Live.
With
We're
Skippy.
live. Hey, everybody.
With Skippy.
Yeah, Skippy Dog's here. Okay, we got to talk about ESG, SCS, which would be social credit score. I'm trying to get into that too much. I'm going to get into it a lot, but there's going to be a time where I got to quit talking about it, I would imagine. Like, we've kind of been beaten down from talking about things early as they were coming, and then all of a sudden we were gone. And it destroyed our Facebook and everything else. One video, 8 minutes later, everything was off. Yep. So, for those of you that are here, live streams are a little different. I think I can get away with a little more than normal. ESG is environmental, social, and governance. Yep. SCS is social credit score. And the CBDC is going to be the digital currency that the world elites, the WF, and all those people manipulate mankind. It's the biggest thing that's happened in our lifetime, or they're implementing now. They're putting things into place now. I got some facts that's happened in China. That's kind of where this thing came from. I think they have it's way over 600 million cameras that actually analyze. They're analyzing my face right now. The algorithms on YouTube is analyzing my face. We learned all about it in Vegas a couple months ago, and after I got through learning about what was going on, they're linking my face, her face, probably Skippy's face, to anything we've been associated with.
They are.
And
because certain things pop up. If you've ever been on Facebook or any kind of social media, you either research something or you say something out loud, and immediately starts popping up in the feed. I mean, we all seen this.
And okay, so before I really want to get this information out pretty quick, because the people that watch this video later need to get this information. And if you know anybody that doesn't know anything about this, please share this video with them. I've actually got a clip that Bill sent me. He's a subscriber that emails stuff to ninjanationreport@gmail.com. If you have anything to add to this, go to the description. I'll put the links there, and I'll also have the email there as well. So I'll get to that in just a second. But just know you will have a score.
Well,
you will have a score.
We already have one, whether we like it or not.
And it really, as I get talking about this, there's going to be somebody saying I'm a fear monger. I get those all the time. I challenge anybody to prove me wrong. Anybody. This is absolutely happening in our lifetime.
And it is. Right now, look at the bank.
That's not gonna work.
No, there's an ad that came out with Merrill Lynch, I think, with the Bank of America.
Yeah,
they've actually come out with an ad. So this proves what we're saying, that they're saying, hey, we're going to judge you based on your credit score, your social credit score. And even at the below, I'll let Chris show it if he can find it. But it shows what is going on with the banks, what they're saying, what they are going to judge you on. And you guys, come on. We all know this is going to happen. Read some of the comments right here. It's facts. You're right. It is facts. My score will probably be 0. So will ours.
Well, I don't know. This is really weird.
Can you find it?
This is, no, I actually screen recorded it and it's gone.
So there's a Merrill Lynch advertisement that's basically saying, hey, you can get credit with us, but it shows on the app that click below to get ideas to help with your credit score or credit.
Here it is.
What everyone's doing on their phones? They're investing with Merrill. Think Miss Allen is texting for backup? No, she's totally in charge of her portfolio and Daniel G. She's building a greener future, and he's running a pretend restaurant. And
did y'all see that?
Phil has questions, but none of them are about his portfolio. Digital tools so impressive, your money never stops working for you.
All right, let me show you what it said on those phones. Check this out.
It shows at the very, very bottom of it. Did you take a screenshot? It shows on the very, very bottom of it. It said, click for ideas. I don't think you did it. I don't think you took a photo of that.
No, I got it, and I got it zoomed in. All of it's gone now. It's so weird.
Well, anyway, so what are those ideas? Does it mean that you're going to be better, greener, climate? So I got online just a little bit, and I looked up some of these ESG. They want you to be, it's waste and pollution, resources, greenhouse, climate change, employment relationships, diversity. All this stuff sounds really, really good. But if you're judged on that, and that's how you're going to be socially judged to get even loans, that's going to be really, really tough at the end of the day. I mean, we're local communities, health and safety, conflict, it even said, tax strategies.
You can see it right there. It says my ESG score. And then the blue, it says get ideas.
Yep.
So I guess you're going to be able to hit that blue button and get ideas on how you can get your credit score better. And here's some of the ways that they're doing it in China as we speak. I watched several stuff, tried to really go down the ESG social credit score rabbit hole today. And they were talking to people on the street. They're looking at daily behavior.
Mm-hmm.
They're paying fines on time, not paying debt on time. That's a no-no. It affects you when you want to buy a house or a car. That's, it's credit. You have to pay a higher credit interest rate when you go get a house or a car loan. There was one lady saying it helps her because her credit's so high when there's a charging station in China. When they plug their phone in or use this charging station, she doesn't have to put down a deposit because she's got a good credit score. It really sounds all rosy, but you could absolutely tell.
We'll back that up a second. So we're talking about electronic vehicles here. So she has a good credit score. What is she saying when she charges stations?
She's charging her phone.
Oh, charging
these
her
little
phone.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can actually rent one, and you don't have to put the deposit down if you got a good credit score.
Okay.
Several of these people have not heard about it. They were going around interviewing people in China. I will link it in the description. And you just kind of watch them because these people have never experienced freedom. That's the thing. They only know what they get, and they don't get anything unless it gets filtered through the government. True. So, they think it reminds me of North Korea as well.
Venezuela, Cuba.
They don't have any idea what freedom is. Yep. That girl that came over from North Korea.
Yep.
She didn't know how to act. Freedom scared the hell out of her.
She did not even know how to make a choice. Like, she didn't understand she had the right to make decisions. And when she was given that choice, she almost wanted to go back to North Korea because just the fact of having to make a decision scared the living daylights out of her. We don't realize that we take that so for granted. And I guess every day, I was talking to somebody the other day on the phone, buying gold and silver, that we don't realize every day that we have that ability to make those decisions every single day. And in so many countries, they don't have those rights. And you guys, we have those rights, and we don't need to take that for granted.
I thought this was ironic. This guy had a really good credit score. I'm going to learn how to put it on the screen, but it's a 792. And he said, I'm a person that really trusts the government. So, and as he's got his mask strapped to his face, very tight and secure, actually. So how can this be manipulated and controlled? So the CBDC, the central bank digital currency, or Fed coin, we don't know what they're going to call it just yet. It doesn't really matter. When they implement this, you're going to have a direct line to the Federal Bank Reserve, to the central planners. If you're working in the banking system, you better have a secondary income, maybe multiple incomes. If you're in mortgage lending, you really need to start looking right now, probably. So that's how it's going to work. It's going to cut the middleman out, and you're going to go straight to the Fed, and they're going to be able to program your money and give you a score on how you can spend it. Paying debt on time, all that's a good thing. It's going to sound really good and glorious, but as we get into this thing, can you imagine how that can be manipulated? And when I say you won't be able to buy or sell, does that make you think of anything that you've read about before? If it's so, put it in the comments.
Well, I think, and I'm just going to interrupt you. Sorry, a little bit. So a lot of people that I talk to, because I do real estate, I do gold and silver, I do all that kind of stuff. A lot of people get really confused. They think we're in the digital currency now because we deal with debit cards and credit cards and all that kind of stuff. They're like, hey, we're in digital currency now. This is a whole different world we're talking about. This is a digital currency controlled by the government. This is where they control everything you spend, what you do. This is a different ball game. So when you say digital currency, everybody still gets tied up on the fact that we're in digital currency now. We have great credit cards. I hear that daily. I don't know how to dispute that. I don't know how to get that through to people's heads.
Okay, so some people call it cryptocurrency too. Cryptocurrency is completely different than digital programmable currency. Crypto insinuates kind of hidden, secret, backed up by the blockchain. Digital currency is just more of the same, just more fiat that they control with your credit score. How much fuel are you using? Are you buying too much alcohol? That kind of stuff is going to affect how you get through life and if you're able to buy things, if you're able to use public transportation.
Yes, it is.
And they can just shut you off.
Yes.
And here's
That's the difference.
The sad part is, I'm going to get to this super chat in just a second. The sad part is the people that are going to jump on this like white on rice is going to be everybody. It's going to be, they're going to say, all right, here's $5,000. Get your Fed wallet. It'll go straight to your phone and you can see how you can make it better. You'll get your STEMI checks faster if you've got a high credit score, So all this is in the mail. I thought that video was extremely eye-opening that the Bank of America, Merrill Lynch put that out.
Yep.
That is.
It's one step closer. One step closer.
And it's a daily, it's progressing. And sometimes I get in the comments and 99% of the comments are awesome, but there's always that 1% that wants to, you're an idiot. You're a fear monger. This has absolutely happened. I haven't said anything that's not news,
Nope.
Stuff that's happening. The super chat, Dumb Money Media. If you guys are curious, I uploaded a sweet Klaus vid today. It's a view into his soul. Okay. I will check it out. If anybody wants to see that video, check out Dumb Money Media.
Well, I just got a call today from someone, not going to mention their name, their privacy, former government. They've gone off grid and they just got a year supply of MREs. And they said they said, we do not understand what is going to happen between now and next year. And they were telling me things that were like, well, just what we're talking about right now. And they said, if people don't wake up and listen, they're going to regret it. And that's where we are now. I walked out and I told Chris, I said, this used to be something I was like, yeah, this might happen. This might happen. Oh, maybe it won't. But I'm to the point where I'm like, it is happening. It is happening in our lifetime. That's where we are.
Richard says the CBDC is doomed to fail before it even starts. I hope you're right. We always have gold and silver. We're prepared. We're not scared, but it's important to let people know to, watch the Fed wallet, know what it's about as it comes, because, it's coming here faster and faster. Arc Signal says this is going to happen. That guy's pretty sharp. Thank you for the charts. He says, he sent me a chart the other day, said there might be a little more room for silver to go down some more. But there's also the probability that the premiums are going to go up on physical.
That's what I'm facing.
Yeah, that's what she's going. And we usually have a board back there with her number on it and gold and silver.
Not tonight.
I took it down. I took all the affiliate links off the channel. I really want to try to push this information and not look like I'm selling stuff all the time. That's not what I want the channel to be about. So we're going to kind of rein that stuff back. And
we're here if you need us.
That's exactly right. Truck Boy, Tony, guys, thanks for being here. If you've got any more information about this kind of stuff, email ninjanationreport@gmail.com. Is there anything you want to add?
I just think that it's something we're going to have to figure out as we go through. As far as like taxes, we're going to have to figure out. We're going to have to figure out just what goes on with
the taxes. They're just going to debit your account.
No, but how
that's already figured out.
True, but how are you going to have to get around it? There's got to be loopholes.
No, there's no getting around it. They're just no, I'm serious.
Well, let me just tell you something interesting.
That's what this is about.
Well, let me just tell you something interesting then. So I'm not going to just divulge names, but someone just called me the other day, a guy that was in Florida, and he was selling his rental properties, which we are doing, which we just closed on 3 of them yesterday, Friday, which we were so thankful, and it worked out great.
Glad.
And we're saying what we're doing. We're selling our rental properties, and he's doing the same thing. Well, guess who brought his rental properties? A congressman. And he said he didn't want me to say his name, which I completely agree. we're not going to go down that road. But so congressmen, the people, they know there's loopholes. They know there's ways to get around the tax write-offs
Well, that's why I got into rental properties.
with the rental properties, and I just thought that was interesting.
Yeah,
And
well,
I
that's
was
what
like,
talked me into it. Remember?
yeah, I know.
That's,
I know.
You know, the wealthy people, you just kind of see what they do and why they do it. And it turns out most of Congress has real estate
They do.
because of the write-offs, because
They
they
do.
write the rules. So naturally, real estate's good investment just for the tax write-offs. And if you get a screaming good deal on them, they're even better. And if you can sell them close to the top, like I hope we have, we never know. I've never called anything at the top or the bottom, but hopefully we'll have another opportunity to get a bigger grip at the bottom. Have you noticed anything in the market, the real estate market before?
What do you mean before?
I mean, before we let them go, I don't want to keep them
I
too
really
long.
haven't talked. So last 2 days, sorry, I've been so busy. I haven't really looked at the real estate property, but I have been looking at the ESG some lately, and I'm very curious to know how it's going to affect what we get a loan on. I've been talking to lenders a little bit about it. They don't seem to know anything about it so far, but I'm curious to see how it's going to affect if we get loans or not. So I don't know. It's something I'm just kind of watching to see.
Well, this might be a long ways out. We've got a crash to go through first.
Well, you never know what could happen.
I want to talk a little bit about New Orleans and what was going on there. There's a lot of people that's paying attention, and they're coming out in droves. This what's going on now is we were kind of the tinfoil hat, sure that's going to happen, and now it's like, hey, that's exactly what you said. This is actually happening. So yeah, I know. And when people are looking at you like a deer in headlights, it's nice to have a community to visit with. And the people in the comments right here, I talk to most of them every day. I've been getting way behind because we've had some videos really go crazy lately. So forgive me on that. And I've been out of town in New Orleans, but
he has, but he's back now. But try to read some of the comments. There were some really good ones.
When I count my blessings, I count Chris and Stacy twice. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, Tony.
I missed him when he was gone.
Given to Caesar, which is Caesar's, and to God, which is God's. Our nation's doomed. I agree. My first live. Hey, Lori Lil.
Hey, Mr. Eddie.
So glad you're here.
Wait, real quick. Just Mr. Eddie. Sorry for the loss of your mom.
Oh, man. I'm sorry, bud. That's awful.
You did good, though. You did good by her. Hey, J.
All right,
Did the girls behave? She's talking about, so Chris went to New Orleans with Travis Ninja. And so, me and his wife decided we would hang out. So she's asking why the girls behave. Yes, we had a good time.
Yes, we had a good time in New Orleans too. It's a very demonic place that's slap full of.
Well, no, me and
tarot card readings and all kind of strange.
We had a good time.
Demonic stuff. If you guys are still here, hit the like button. There's been like 397 people on. Try to get this message out and just tell everybody you know. It's crazy. The things that are happening now. I cannot remember who says it, and I say it all the time. I should look it up. Decades are happening in days. We're really close to this thing snowballing fast where everybody notices. And when it moves into gold and silver, it should really go. I've got a few silver miners to talk about pretty soon. There should be some really good ones too. I'm not saying buy them. You know where I stand on that. I make small, tiny investments, but the sector's really hurting. They're really beat down right now. And that's the ones I like to talk about, is the ones that are really getting whooped on, you know?
So you today we were talking earlier, and you said the percentage of people, the millennials, whatever, that believe in such and such. Quote that again.
Oh, that was socialism.
You said
the people that are going to accept this are all in for control.
So you said, look at 15 years back, and that's what we're going to live. So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, if you want to know what's going on in the future, if you want to see what's going to happen in the future, you can see what the kids are learning in college right now.
Mm-hmm. That's 15 years from now.
That's 15 years will be implemented.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way it's been. That's just kind of how you can look forward. And the millennials, 40% of the millennials think highly of socialism. They welcome it. They're in for all this, free stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Generation Z, I think it's 49% that are good with socialism, but they don't know what socialism is. They don't know Karl Marx was an evil person. I mean, so it killed millions of people. Socialism always fails 100% of the time. And all these acronyms I've been talking about and how they're going to manipulate mankind is absolutely straight out of the playbook. It is totalitarianism at its best. It's how they're going to manipulate billions of people globally
It is.
through facial recognition and just awful. It really is. It's like, I can't believe it's happening. It's like hard. I sound like a fearmonger when I'm talking about it, but it's really true. It's coming one way or another. Now, maybe we'll dodge it this time. But like I said, 15 years. Think about the internet 25 years ago. It was a joke. It sent a text message. It's like, okay, the internet, big deal. Woo woo. What changed everything? This digital currency is going to change everything about money. Cryptocurrencies, smart contracts, all that stuff is a really, really big deal. And I'm trying to get people to pay attention, but there's so many cross currents that are going on with it. You can't just do one thing. You really have to kind of watch it all. So that's why we hedge with precious metals. That's why we had rental properties and sold them and paid some off. And we
have one left.
Kind of step back because there's going to be buying opportunities in the future that are going to blow people's minds. I'm thinking rental properties 20 and 40 cents on the dollar. I think it's going to be the biggest buying opportunity of all assets of any time in history. So
I don't know. I walked outside today, so I've talked to so many of you guys today. Matter of fact, I just came from talking on the phone to all you guys, walking out here, walking with Chris, and it's really hit me today hard that this is really happening. Sometimes you would just want to say, "Oh, this is just something, maybe a idea that's just out there, a possibility." But you hear every day, all you guys calling me, you telling me facts. I mean, when you have facts after facts, I mean, it's here. So you can either stick your head in the ground or you can do something about it. And that's what we choose to do, is do something about it. Like Chris says, be prepared, not scared. And that's what we're trying to do right now. So that's why we're saying this stuff, I guess, that you put out there. You're not trying to be a fearmonger. You're just saying.
I'm not though.
No,
I didn't even consider myself a prepper for a long time until I started bringing food home. It's like, well, it's running out. There's no way around it. We're running out of grain. There's going to be food shortages. You're just a fearmonger. No, I want to eat. Yeah. I like to eat.
He does like to eat.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Have an awesome, awesome day. I'll see you in the next one. That will be tomorrow morning. Later.